Hello, welcome. Sorry, a bit delayed. I was just had to reset my router quickly. Hope we're all doing good. I've got Diablo 4 early access now. So check out the 4090, see how it does. I don't know what character to pick. What character do I pick? Big decision. I think maybe this one, Druid. That's what everyone was saying, right? I've tried Barbarian. This was okay. Like Necromancer was okay, but I found it a bit boring just being at the back of it, you know. I guess I could start a game with this one. If I really don't like it, I could just start another one. Because I haven't even tried this character. Gotta be the big boy. Finalize. Benchmark boy. Benchmark bot. Here he is. Considering I've never really played one of these games. Maybe do that one. Yeah. I'm assuming maybe I can turn that off. If I need to. Let's
Sanctuary.
I don't know. I don't know what the settings we've got at the moment. I'll wait for this cutscene to.
From the war between the high heavens and the burning hells. Instead, it became a new battle.
Barbarian was fun. Yeah, I played that loads on the demo. I think I maxed it out, but I'll try this one and see what it's like. I've never used it.
Has kept mortals safe. But now this once powerful order is a husk of what it was. And Sanctuary's ancient creators have returned.
GTA 4? What about it?
Of humankind. This is the story of their downfall.
Looks like I need a bigger horse. Skip cutscenes with escape. Yeah, no, I know. I don't want to skip it. Don't skip. No, I'm not going to skip. Once it's finished, I'll look at the settings. We are in 4K, but I don't know. Where is MSI? I haven't got it up yet. I mean, we're in the cutscene. There's no point. We don't really care how many frames we get in the cutscene. And also, I can't look in the options yet to change the settings because it's in the cutscene, so... Have I heard about the 200 gig data leak? No. Never really paid too much attention to leaks and stuff. Not really too interested in it. Like the whole GTA leak, I didn't see any of it. Not really that interested in seeing it, to be honest. Until the game's completely finished, I'm not really that bothered. I'd rather just wait until the actual, like, proper game comes out, you know? Have they added ray tracing? I don't think so. Right, here we go. Right, someone with 4090 4K. We're going to need to increase this, aren't we? I think we're probably going to... We were at like 200-ish, weren't we, on the demo? I expect to get slightly higher frames on this game if they did any work to it. Which I hope they did. Then everything's maxed. There is no ray tracing, no. There is frame generation and stuff, though, but we can... we got it here, we'll check it out. Save the changes. I don't think... Yeah, there's no... Let me sort the overlay. Someone leaked the dev. I'm sure they'll get in trouble for that. Is this game good on PS5? Got no idea. I don't have a PS5. Never played a PS5. So I'm probably not the best person to really comment on that. Let me sort what are we missing? Memory junction. Get that. I mean, VRAM already. They've not fixed that. Oof. 18 gig already. That is heavy. About 200 frames. Got to remember all the controls. What is this thing he's carrying?
Another abandoned town. Demons everywhere. Fangs in the dark.
They might move the release up. Well, it depends on if the game's done or not. If the game's not done, then they won't change the date. As much as like the GTA leaks, they're not changing anything in the. You know, it happens quite. You know, it's quite a common thing. It's not like a. It's not the first time that's ever happened. I doubt they'd move the date based on a leak, because if the game's not ready, the game's not ready. It's not gonna, like, if it's leaked, it's leaked.
Kill us all! Kill us all! Ruins? What is he talking about?
Come, I'll explain.
Is that VRAM? It's both. The top one, GPU VRAM, is allocated, and dedicated VRAM is what's being used. So yeah, it's basically using almost all it's allocated.
Even a holy man like him was driven mad by whatever he saw.
I wasn't entirely. I don't normally use that because I'm not normally convinced that how accurate it is. But if I go into HWiNFO quick, I could probably see. If it's got it in there, 4090, dedicated, yeah. Although allocated's, no, yeah, that looks right to me. It's not using quite 100% of the allocation, but it's obviously very high. Which was an issue on the demo too. Seems like that's not changed. I thought maybe they'd fix that. Oh my god. Polar bear.
I'm not ready yet.
Shelton, hello. What do we want? Earth spike. Here we go. We want that one, don't we? Will I test Street Fighter? Maybe. I could check it out. I don't imagine it'd be very difficult to run that game. This game uses direct storage, does it? Same as for Spoken. I have heard of it. Yeah, I haven't really noticed its any difference with it though. Shelton, hello. I don't know. I can't remember if I said hello. Give me 1 second. RIP. I think, yeah, but that's not, it's like, to me, this game leaks, like, heavily on VRAM. So, like, if you have less VRAM, it'll just use less. If you had 16 gig, it'll just use 16 gig. It's not going to affect the game. If I had more VRAM than 24, it would probably use that, if that makes sense. Like, if I play for a couple of hours, we'll probably hit 24. But, like, just because if you're playing... Say, for example, if I played on my 4060 Ti, that's got 8 gig, but it probably wouldn't affect the game at all. It would just use 8 gig, like... It might spill over into VRAM, but if I'm playing it into normal RAM, but if I'm playing at 1080p anyway, I doubt it'll make a difference to the game at all. Oh, damn. Oh, Greco, hello. I'm alright, how are you? Do you want to check and see? Miss. Is this the spinning? I don't know what that is. You'll have to explain to me what that is. First time I've ever played this character, so I have no idea. Character with spinning attack. What, the one that I was using before? The one where you're spinning around moving. Is that what you mean? I think that's Barbarian. If that's what you mean. Yeah, the one on the demo, that was Barbarian. I've done two, though. I did the Necromancer as well on the demo. And the Server Slam. This is Druid. I've never played this one. I thought I'd check it out. If I didn't like it, I could just start another one. I don't really know what the best ones are. Shapeshift into a werewolf. Do that one. Can I move? Oh, I don't think we've unlocked it yet. This is a big boss, isn't it? I remember. No.
I must wait a moment.
Oh. Getting clattered.
I'm not ready yet. I'm not ready yet.
Keep an eye on that health.
I'm not ready yet.
Game Riot, hello. It is pretty good frames, isn't it? Between like 170 and kind of 205 native 4K.
I'm not ready yet.
Oh, he's so low on the next bit.
I'm not ready yet.
I'm just going to go for it. I've got another health thing there. Almost down to the last bit. No! Oh, damn. Yeah, he's down to the last bit. Not quite, almost crept to 20 gigs of VRAM, just under it now. What about our power and stuff? We're under 400. 350 to 400, pretty average. If they add ray tracing to this though, that's gonna add another 2 to 3 gigs of VRAM. Maybe not that much because the way the game is. I can't imagine ray tracing would have such a big difference. Come on. Easy. Where have I got to go? And we can add that. How do I get the inventory up? Add some of this. Pants.
You've returned.
The old ruins are clear. Your town should be safe now.
Truly. Ha! By the light, you are.
Yeah, I'm not really entirely sure. The VRAM usage is definitely insane for a game like this.
We haven't any
I thought in the demo to me it seemed like a leak because it would just run to whatever VRAM you had. So whatever VRAM we were running on, it would just cap out after like 2 hours. It just caches more and more and more and just ends up at whatever the max is. And I thought maybe we'd see a bit different in the full game, but it looks like it's doing exactly the same thing. It could just be like the way it could just be caching loads, like Warzone. Call of Duty does the same thing. Like the longer you play it, it'll just keep caching and caching and caching to the limit that you set. But I don't think there's a limit on this game that you can personally set. In Warzone, you can actually set it on the slider, so you could set it to like 90%, so it won't use more than that. Seem to be using a lot of power in these cutscenes as well, like over 400. Even though it's saturating VRAM, it's not effective. Yeah, that's why I think maybe it does a similar thing to how like Warzone does it. Or at least Warzone 1. I don't think it's such a thing on Warzone 2. From what I've noticed, but I remember on Warzone 1 on my 3090 it used if I played it for like 3 or 4 hours, it'd be at 24 gig. So it would just keep caching like more and more and more. The only way to change that is to set the slider. Usually by default I think it's at 85% or 90%. You can switch it down, but if I have the VRAM, like, you know, might as well use it if that, you know, if it helps it. If that's what it needs to do. This guy's singing to himself.
By mother's blood, by mother's body.
What monitor am I using right now? It's in the description. LG Ultra Gear. 4K one, 144 hertz.
You die. Not ready yet.
They're coming! The whole damn village! Get up! Get up! We have to fight our way out! There! Take them! May the light preserve us. Lost souls! All of you!
Damn. Oh, my health.
You are blessed like us now.
That was all of them. Light willing.
Whoa. There was a weird glitch there where I sped up.
Madman. Those heretics drugged me after I returned from the ruins. Just like you. I came to my wits and escaped. Tried to get inside the chapel, but it was locked and... What manner of evil is this? Petals? Of blood?
I know my setup managed to handle the beta for this game when it won't... Oh, what do you mean? I know my setup managed to handle the beta for this game when it won't... I don't understand.
Perhaps the answer lies in
It was able to handle the beta, but it wouldn't open. I'm confused.
The key might be on that woman who was leading them.
Do I reckon the Odyssey, the Samsung one? What is that model? Is that a 4K one? I mean the Samsung monitors look good. I hear good things about them. Never used one personally, so I can't comment from a personal standpoint because I've never used one. I don't actually know what that model is either though. Is it a 4K or 144 hertz? I would consider maybe a Samsung OLED. My only issue with Samsung sometimes is the pricing is like insane. If you look at some of the ultra wides, the pricing can get quite insane. I've had quite a lot of LG monitors over the years. I used to have Samsung monitors at work. This was a long time ago though.
Blood petals, like the ones I was fed.
Like my own personal monitors right now are LG or... Well, actually I have three. I have Alienware. Just guess it's Dell, but... And then my 8K is a Dell monitor as well. And then my 4K one's an LG. Weirdly, now on this cutscene, we're capped at 30. On the other cutscene, we weren't, were we? Mancave, hello. You get 150 at native, what on the 4080? Yeah, sounds about right. We get about 30 to 50 more.
Shameful.
Sometimes we get a bit over 200 natively.
Has granted you a path to salvation.
Frame generation on you drop 100 FPS.
And yet, you stray from it. at every opportunity.
I can check it out.
You drink,
I haven't switched frame generation on yet.
you covet, and steal.
So it halves your FPS. I don't know, never heard of that. Sounds like a bug.
Sin is their birthright.
Have you tried restarting the game and then trying it? I've never heard of that happening on any game. Like that's over halving your... Well, it is halving your frames from DLSS quality. Switch frame generation on it, it's halving your frames. What about the rest of this?
Salvation lies not in the light,
like the usages on stuff.
but in you.
Is it like Is it like dropping your GPU usage and
The
stuff?
faith has taught you to deny your heart's desire and turned you into a prisoner within yourself.
Could be a game bug though. I've like to see that in a game. That's quite
And
extreme.
discover who you were meant to be. Break the chain
Wait, what CPU you want to get? Is it a 3900?
and be beautiful in sin.
Resist! Resist her temptation! Vani, it's me. I brought your child into this world.
He's about to get Julius Caesared. Brutus, no. Wait, what is it? He says Brutus, not you.
They have awakened, Mother.
The first of many. Go to
400
the
to
dwell
33 watts.
steps and continue your preparations. Now,
Don't see it.
true work begins.
145 watts, but it's because we're capped on the cutscene, 30 FPS.
You came to thank the light. You collapsed.
That was weird.
inside. I thought the darkness had swallowed you. I dragged you here and put this cursed place to the torch. What happened to you in there?
I saw a vision. A horned demon. She said the lords of hell are coming. She wanted to help the people survive.
Help them.
She called them her children. And they welcomed her like a mother.
Mother. No. It cannot be. I must report to the cathedral. Listen.
Feels pointless to own in next-gen consoles.
A man of
What do you mean by next-gen?
But he knows of the forbidden. He might be useful to us. Bring him to the cathedral.
I mean like a
in
PlayStation
Kyovashad,
6.
and you will be in the light's favor.
I did want to just see quick. I'm going to switch my... Just bear me 1 second. I just wanted to see how many frames I was gaining from the stream not running, but it's like 3 FPS. See if I'm stood here. I get 190 to 193-ish. 194. Just give me 1 sec. Yeah, we gain maybe gain like maybe 5 FPS. Not massively different. Like PS5 and a Series X. Well, yeah, but the thing is, you know, I'm playing on like a basically a £3,000 PC. This build, and you compare that with a PS5. A PS5 is like what, £500-600 in England. So, you know, that's the difference. Expectations, like, are you expecting to play natively 4K on a PS5 at like 200 FPS? If you are, then yeah, I mean, you're going to be disappointed on a console, but as much as anything, really, if your expectations are in line, like, if you bought a Steam Deck, if your expectations are in line with what it produces, then, you know, I think consoles are good for, like, just kind of to have on, like, a TV, just like a chill out gaming rather than like intense gaming, because there are a lot of good console exclusive games. Alright, how do I kill this thing?
I'm not ready yet.
Find the hermit's cabin. Haven't we done that? Where's it telling me to go now? Does my 4090 whine? No. I whine. Every morning when I get up. Thinking about the day, you know, thinking about the work day ahead. I've got serious coil whine. They should return me because I've got serious coil whine. I should put that on my CV. May experience coil whine. I mean, I'm halfway through a meeting. Do DLSS. Oh yeah, did someone ask about the resolution percentage? Yeah, I mean, if I'm testing at 4K native, you know, you want this at 100%. You don't want it, you know, 100% means I'm playing at my native resolution, 100% of it. I had someone in one of my comments, I was trying to explain this to them, and they just, I don't really know what was going wrong, but they were adamant that you have to have this, like, at this, and I was trying to explain to them what that means. They just were not having it, like, at all. I was doing my best to try and explain what it means, but they were just like, no, you have to have this at 200%, otherwise you lose quality. I was like, I don't think they really understand. Tried my best. What was I doing? Oh, DLSS quality. Sheesh. 300 FPS. Let's go. Get the 4K 360 Hz monitor out. 100% is native 4K. Exactly, yeah. I was trying to explain to them the technical. They were like, I forget what game it was. They basically were having a go at me because I was saying it was max settings when apparently to have it max settings you have to be at 200%. I'm trying to explain to them what 200% means, like on a resolution scale. Like, it's got nothing to do with max settings. Like, 200% means you're rendering it at, like, 8K from 4K. You know, I was explaining all the technicals, but they just weren't really having it. I think I gave up on that. It was a bit of a lost cause. Frame generation. Yeah, I drop as well. It's got to be a bug. 100% a bug. Unless... Can't change... Unless it's doing something... I know there were some settings in Diablo 3 that was like messing with my frames. Limit cutscene. Yeah. Set that to max. Does that make any difference? No. Yeah, that's got to be a game bug. Never seen that ever before in using frame generation. The fact that you've got it and I've got it, that's got to be a problem with the game. I would guess that there's probably not much you can do about that. So yeah, I would say they got to fix that. What's the most we can get with ultra performance? I mean, it'll hit the max, basically 400. Whew. Is there an option that you can cap it? Yeah. But I think the max cap is 400, which I'm pretty much hitting. You can't go any higher. I don't think you can completely uncap, but... what else do we want? I wonder what happens if I switch this off and we go frame generation. We end up with the same frames. Yeah, that to me... If we get average of 210 here with frame generation on. Yeah. There's definitely... I would say frame generation to me looks like it's not doing anything at all. For whatever reason. Try DLSS balanced, and well, I had it on ultra performance and it still did it. It did it in ultra performance, so I assume it'll do it balanced as well. To me, it looks like when you add that setting, it's just nothing happens. Like nothing at all happens when you switch frame generation on and off at native, so I would say that it's definitely bugged. It doesn't do anything at all from native. Which normally you'd gain like 40 to 50 FPS. You don't get anything. So yeah, it's definitely going to do it on balanced as well. I think probably every setting's the same. Yeah. It doesn't do anything though. So I would say it's definitely bugged. For example, 215-ish in and around there native. And then if I switch this on, you'd expect to gain 50-ish FPS at least. We don't gain anything. If anything, we lose a bit. We lose like 5 FPS. So it's either I don't know what it's doing exactly, but it's not working. So I wouldn't. You'll have to wait for them to fix that. Never seen that before though with frame generation, so that's why it's definitely the game. Ambish, hello. Baby Maker, yo. You need 21 to 22. No, I think it's just... However, I think I initially thought it was memory leaks, but I think it's maybe just how the game's developed. It'll just use however much VRAM you have. I was saying earlier, I think it's similar to how Warzone 1 was developed, in terms of it just caches more and more and more, but there doesn't seem like there's any kind of VRAM. It might maybe be in the game files where you can set a percentage. Like in Warzone 1, for example, in the menu in the settings, you can set it at 85% of your VRAM. So if you play for like 2 or 3 hours, it'll just increase to 85% over that time. It'll just cache more and more and more. It's not saying that that's the requirement. Like if I set it to 30%, it would just use 30% of the VRAM. Like it doesn't affect game performance or anything. It's just the way the game is being like developed, I guess. Like I don't know really the ins and outs of that, but that's what it feels like to me. I could go, if you go looking through the game files, there probably might be some kind of setting for that they've just hidden from the actual menu, but I assume it's set at like, the default is normally 85% and stuff like that. So if I'm running with 16 gig of VRAM, it'll just use like 15. 8 gig will use like 7.5. It probably won't affect game performance at all, really. But I'll check it out with the other cars. It's the same as the demo, though, and we didn't really have any problems with it.
What are you hiding back here?
The fans on my thing, yeah. I've got basically... I had a bit of an issue with my 4090 that if I have it on performance mode where the fans run really fast, it was just crashing loads for me. I don't really know what happened recently. Something happened in a driver recently that just causes it to crash all the time. And a quick fix was to basically switch it to silent, which is on now, but it means I can't leave the fans on auto, otherwise they run at like 20%, which is like really low, and the temperatures are crazy. So I've just turned the fans up like quite a bit. I think it's at like 60 or 70% now.
Rifle through my things. Then at least have the decency to join me for supper. I'm bloody hungry.
Man Cave, thanks for the $9.99. I appreciate it. Thanks, buddy. No worries. At least we know that that's the issue. I'm sure they probably will come out at some point and, well, hopefully acknowledge whatever that is. It's not the first time I've seen, like, when Jedi Survivor came out, it wasn't DLSS, but like ray tracing, that was bugged, wasn't it, in the settings and stuff?
Blood of Lilith.
It's not completely uncommon that something's like bugged like that.
Blood of a
I wonder what it's doing though to reset. It's almost like
the daughter of hate.
If you have DLSS quality on,
of sanctuary.
When you switch frame generation on, it resets you back to your native FPS. That's what it does, which is kind of weird.
It was prophesied she would come back.
Because when I'm at native using frame generation, it doesn't change my frames. But then using DLSS resets you back to native, even though you got the... I don't know, it's weird.
A war between angels and demons. But Lilith serves neither side. She has her own plans for us.
And me? Am I corrupted?
Not sure yet. But you two share a connection. What will you do about it?
Use it. Find out what she's after.
Good. Then we're in this together. Rest while you can. Then we'll start in Kyovashad. If we can't stop Lilith, we'll all be damned.
Did I update Diablo 4? What, was it the other day it came out? The drivers. I can check now. I mean, I'm on the latest ones as of the other day, and I checked this morning, there wasn't any. from the 30th. Are those the ones you're talking about? If those are the ones you're talking, I mean, that was only what, 3 days ago. I assume it's those.
This close to the city. Let's see the spreading.
DLAA at DLSS setting. Well, it is native, yeah, but I think it's just using AI, right? I think it's just it's just anti-aliasing with some sort of AI technology, isn't it? From what I remember. There's so many now, I honestly can't keep up. DLSS, DLAA, DLDSR, is it? Is that the one? That's another one. Then also DSR by itself. Hard to keep up.
Never thought I'd live to see all this.
And a bit of lag.
The Angel in Arius. I'm sure you've heard the Cathedral of Light babble.
It's deep learning anti. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it's just like normal anti-aliasing, but there's like some sort of AI technology doing it, from what I remember.
That Lilith is here.
You know, I think it's just it's not upscaling or downscaling or anything like that.
They'll drag the whole damn world into their feud.
DLDSR is then upscaling. It's the basically inverse of DLSS. So instead of it's scaling up and then downscaling back to your native. It's like basically the inverse of DLSS. The driver number. I think that sounds about right. Yeah, I can look. Yeah, 535.98.
Hold. To enter the city, you must
We
first...
have no time for this.
DLA, yeah, it's not too bad. I was recording a bit of a 4060 Ti Forza video earlier, and I check it out in there, but it does drop your frames a little bit, or at least it did earlier. I lost a little bit of FPS with it, but it did make the image look better.
Fine, but this one stays.
I'll meet you inside.
Take a piece of holy cedar wood from the shrine and inscribe it with the sin which troubles you. Then cast it into the brazier.
Pride.
Pride.
Good. You must feel as though a great weight has been lifted from you. Welcome to Kyovashad.
Here we go. Right, I'm gonna just speak to this guy. If it cutscenes, I need to just go to the loot really quickly.
So, what did you write on a little piece of wood? I'm off to the dry steppes in search of that pale man from your vision.
Give me 1
I
minute.
must know what part he plays in all this. But first, I need you to retrieve something of mine while I finish my negotiations. A merchant in the center of the city has it. Just tell him I sent you.
Alright, I'm back.
Cracked hooves, sway back, cloudy eyes. This put thing is practically crow bait.
So the old man
Fan speed. Yeah, like I explained earlier, I had to increase my fans because I had to. I get like my card seems to have like 2 or 3 drivers ago. The base overclock in performance BIOS mode. It seems to just crash for some reason. So I have to put it on silent mode, which means the fans run at like 10%, which is fine, but I'll hit like 70 degrees if I do that. So. There's no such thing as your fans running too high, though. I've never heard of that. That's like... Fans can run... You know... The fans are designed to be on, like... They're doing the job, keeping it cool.
Not while I'm in town.
What did I have to buy? Have I got to buy this?
Wait. The old man sold me this too. Said he didn't need it anymore, but I think he'd want it. No charge.
Creating noise at high speed. Yeah, but that's like a personal preference, isn't it? I've got headphones on, so I can't hear anything at all.
Apologies.
Like, there's no such thing as too high fans. That's literally like just a personal opinion, isn't it?
The mark of the Haradrim. An ancient order of scholars and mages, sworn to protect Sanctuary from demons. These days,
If you don't like your fans running more than 500 RPM, then that's fine, but that's your own personal opinion. That's not like a definitive thing of you can't have it running higher than that. That's just your own choice.
Sounds like he could help us.
You should seek him out in Skosglen. But don't forget about the cathedral. They'll be
I can't win. I can't win either way though. People moan when the graphics card's too hot. People moan when the fans are too high. I mean,
steps to find out who that power man is.
what do you want me to do?
Just be careful. Your ties to Lilith, the visions you see.
Can't win.
You are the key to finding her and stopping whatever she has planned.
If I tell you, I would put a bet on if I drop my fans to 1,000 RPM. I guarantee you, within half an hour, some people will be moaning that the GPU's too hot. I guarantee you.
Whether it is by accident or fate's hand, there is nothing we can do about it. The Wanderer lost in the storm.
J-Blogs, hello.
Saved by a lone
Did I check? I haven't. No, is it on Discord? I haven't been on Discord today.
Drawn together. By what? Destiny? Or some greater power pulling the strings?
Like it quieter. To be fair though, I mean, even like we've obviously all got own personal opinions on what is considered loud, but I mean, even running at this fan speed, it's not loud at all. Even if I take my headset off.
Imagine that.
Barely hear it. It's louder. It's quieter. My PS4 that I used to have is louder than that. Even if I switch the fans down, I wouldn't personally say that this was loud at all. If you compare it to some other things, it's not loud at all. Wouldn't say it's a problem for me, at least, at all. I used to have a louder PS4 at 1080p. The 4090's number is too big. What are we talking about? We talk about FPS. You must, to have your fans on your 4090 running at 1000 though, you must manually have your own fan curve, right? Because if you're playing at 4K, maxed out settings, there's no way your 4090 is running at 1000 unless it's either water cooled. Fans on a water cooler. Or you've massively undervolted it, or you've manually fan curved it. Because even if I put mine on auto, it'll run at 1800, 1900-ish. Seems very, very low. What your temps like? Unless you live in, maybe you're living in Iceland or something. It's 36 degrees. Shoo. Pretty warm here as well. Supposed to be like 25. I don't think it'll be 25 today, but I'm gonna die.
I must wait a moment.
Oh my god. I think next week it is 25. I feel like this area I'm gonna probably get destroyed. 64. I mean, that's probably the best cooling I've ever heard of on a 4090. Outside of water cool. Scotland. I was in Glasgow last year. Good night out. Unfortunately, I didn't really go out there.
In sin, children of darkness. But the Father's light can be sought through penitence and faith.
I did do a trip around the Highlands, though. Up to, Inverness.
We must be ever
Loch Ness, all of that.
Sin, brother.
Yes, Reverend Mother.
Let the light of Inarius burn away wickedness.
Begilis, hello. What's the max fan speed on this? I don't know, I never hit it. It'd be over 3,000 though, probably.
Cast out thy darkness, for only light.
I mean, I could probably... Do you want me to do it?
Yes, Reverend Mother. Did Lorath not accompany you?
He sent me on without him.
Putting faith in that
There you go, 3,000.
What could possibly be of greater import?
Lilith.
So, you know.
I'm at 4K Ultra, yeah. Native
We
4K.
have received word
There you
from
go,
one of our
3,100.
knights of a
Seems to be
demon
roughly
sighting
the
in Gale Valley.
max.
The description matches too closely to the sighting in Neves. If you would travel to Yelesna and take stock of events there, you would have the gratitude of the cathedral.
I've been up there, had a cabin on the shores of Loch Ness, nice. Yeah, what's the
Again, he fails in his duty.
what's the other loch? Loch Lomond, is it? Yeah, like you can't believe when I was up there, like you say, it's from from a different world. It is like I travelled around America quite a lot, and when I was in the Highlands, I was like, some of these places It just reminded me of like being in America and stuff, like in the big, like, you know, national parks and stuff. Because down where I live on the south coast, there's just not... There is like countryside and stuff, but there's nothing like... how do you expect, like vast like that, you know? Like the hills and stuff like this. There's nothing really like that. When you get up north a bit to like the Peak District, it's a bit like that. But I don't really have like anything that spectacular down south. On the south coast at least. Cornwall and stuff. Yeah, Devon, there's some stuff around there, I guess. That's a bit like that. Down more where I am though, like I'm like near Southampton. There's just like not really... It's very like generic. You have like the New Forest and stuff, but there's nothing spectacular. It's just like trees and stuff, you know? It's not like... It's not like anything spectacular. So yeah, 3,100. Let me switch it down. Do me a favour, guys. Make sure to drop a like on the stream. I'll be back on again later. Probably check out... I'll check out the 4080 later and then do maybe the XTX tomorrow and then maybe try out some of the lower end stuff. Do the like 4060 Ti 7600 and stuff. Are you Celtic or Rangers? I just was reading earlier because I'm a Tottenham fan. It looks like the Celtic manager might be going to Tottenham. Only 150 FPS. Oh no, I mean we're hitting over 200. For a lot of it. But yeah, there are some dips down to 150 depending on where you are. I mean here, yeah, look, 210. Quite a range of FPS. If we put DLSS quality on, we hit 300. Which is pretty nuts. Can we get that one as well? I can't add any of these to the slots yet though. The XBX, what's that? Oh, Xbox X. Oh, both running this game at 4K 60. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they were, because I mean the game's not. It's not like a crazy thing to run, so those consoles should be able to do it. But your Rangers, you're probably not bothered then. Well, to be fair, Celtic losing their manager might be a good thing. I think when we get to level 7, I can add those slots. Here we go.
What do you need?
DLSS 3 on? No. There's a bug with frame generation. But DLSS quality, if I switch that on, we hit about 300.
Girl's been nagging us
Frame generation is bugged, though. It doesn't seem like it works.
Vigo's gone, looking into her claims. He should be at the mining camp north of here. Whole escort of knights went missing there last week. Along with the girl's mother and another...
Bethesda can't mess it up. Oh, I mean... Choose your words carefully there. I wouldn't like to say it. Surely they can't mess that game up.
I provide a steady supply of, shall we say...
I'm sure anyone can mess it up.
However, their desire
The only
for knowledge
game
has become more
I would even
dangerous to
consider
satisfy.
maybe saying that would be GTA.
Require a host of
But
intact goods
in terms of
from the
actual
surrounding area.
bugginess and performance on release, I think it'll definitely be bad. I mean, do you remember GTA 5? I remember trying to play that on 360. I couldn't get a multiplayer for like
I'd venture
2
out and
weeks.
retrieve these myself, but
Don't know if anyone
I'm
remembers
never
that.
accustomed to dealing with the fully dead. Your discretion is appreciated.
But those
of course.
games, they're normally, like Rockstar games are normally pretty polished, aren't they, when they release? Because they spend so much time on them. Wasn't Redfall like Bethesda, though? Or was it some, like, sub-studio? Because, I mean, that was a mess. Don't expect GTA to be. I think GTA and Red Dead Redemption games would be the only games that I ever like. I don't get hyped for anything else because I think when it could be really bad. I would get hyped for those games though. It's a sub-studio, thought so. But if anyone from Bethesda approved that, I mean... That's a bad time, that. Oh, wait, we've got to collect these. Have I got to collect these? Is this another mission? You're really hyped for Cyberpunk? Oh... That's not gone too well, that one. To be fair, I think the actual story in that game for one playthrough, I actually think it's not like it's decent. If they'd have actually nailed the kind of game fundamentals, like it would actually be a pretty solid game.
Strangers in the camp.
Be interesting to see what that DLC's like. They're doing DLC still, aren't they? I'm not sure when that releases. We'll have to check that out. That'd be interesting to see what that's like.
Hey. I know what I saw. She had horns like a beast.
There are many more who can release polished games. Yeah, I'm not saying there isn't. I'm saying the only games for me personally, I would get hyped for, like, thinking that they're just going to be fine on release. And games that I love would be Red Dead Redemption and GTA.
You should be worried about them too.
That I would allow myself to get hyped for. I'm not saying there are other games that aren't polished. Just those are the games that I personally would get hyped for.
She did. The Horned Woman is the demon Lilith.
No, that can't be.
Like, I was quite hyped for 2042 Battlefield. I wouldn't really say hyped, but I was excited for it. But then once I played the beta, then I didn't get the game ruined for me because I'd played the beta and how bad the beta was. So that kind of, I think in most people that didn't destroy my excitement on release because I knew it was quite bad. I knew what I was getting when I bought it on release, you know. Whereas Cyberpunk didn't really have a beta. Well, games that don't have betas, it's just like a toss-up of you don't really know what you're going to get, do you?
The damn hoist is stuck. We've got
I think they should do beta and stuff more, personally.
Look out!
Mother's charm on your wrist.
I'm not sure how many of these hearts. I think I got enough now, have I?
Gave it to me when I let her and her friend pass through.
You cancelled the game. Yeah, I mean I got it anyway, just to obviously test it. I mean now that game, like I enjoy that game now. It's quite fun. What the hell just happened? They just disappeared. And there's actually I don't know what season it's on now, but the new one looked quite good as well. I don't think it's out yet.
And leave my mother in Lilith's care for as long as that will take? No. I'm going on.
The 7900 XTX. Well, yeah, no, I will be checking that out. I have tested that on the demo already. It's not. It's worse than this. I think we were kind of, if I remember, it was a while ago now, but I think we were about 100 in this equivalent area here. We'd probably be at like just over 100 FPS from what I remember with these same settings. If you're running at 200 FPS on a 4090, I think we were at about 120 on a 7900 XTX, something like that. 120 to 130, something like that. Obviously, might be slightly different in this game, but I'm probably going to check it out tomorrow.
Jam must be deeper down.
Down here. Forza games are the most optimized, polished games I know, even more than GTA. Yeah, but I don't really get hype. Like Forza's a good game, but there's just like there's not that much depth to it. Like I would never put, it's not my type of game really. It's cool to test and play a bit, but after I've played it for half an hour, I'm just done. Like, you know, play it for like half an hour at a time.
Locked.
There's like nothing really to it.
I can squeeze through to the other side.
Wait, hold on.
I guess I just get like kind of bored. I get a bit bored.
Enemies approaching. Nowhere to go. The fight's coming to us this time.
Like, I prefer something like Need for Speed, you know, where you can customize cars and stuff. I know you can do it a bit. Can you do it a bit in Forza? I think you can. But not to that same level. I think though, aren't the developers that did Forza doing Fable as well? Are they doing the new one?
That was
sure.
Didn't even play long enough. What Forza? Yeah, I played a bit this morning, recording for the 4060 Ti.
leave you like
That's kind of only really when I play. Like, I'd never play that really in my own personal time. If I did, I'd just hop on it for like I say, half an hour or something, and after that I've kind of seen it. Used to play racing games quite a lot when I was younger, like Gran Turismo and stuff, but doesn't really do it for me anymore. I had that Formula 1 game as well, actually. I'd probably be pretty keen if I could get all the whole steering wheel set up and that. Would be quite funny. Can I unlock these, these other slots yet? On the same engine that they built Forza. That should be decent then, shouldn't it? I'd be well excited for a Fable game. This is native 4K, yeah. There is no ray tracing in this game either, so you can't use that. I think they're adding it, but it's not there yet. The difference on a 50... probably like 10 to 20% would probably be a reasonable guess. Something like that. %, yeah, maybe something like that. Could be higher, but I mean, it's like complete speculation. You know, it's a guess. There's no information whatsoever, really. I could give you any figure.
An opening.
Go! The tunnel's closed. Where?
There's a bus driver simulator. Oh,
Look,
sign me up. There's so many of those simulator games. What's the like? There's one that's like, you're like, what is it? Pressure washer. You're just using a pressure washer.
that statue. It's her.
Like,
Lilith.
We need
I
to
don't get
find
it.
my mother.
They're just like, the video's like you just like cleaning a fence. Like, if I want to do that, surely I'll just go outside and do that. And they're like quite popular games, right? I should just get one, play it at 8K or something. I get the bus simulator, train sim, like I get all of those because it's like flight simulator, isn't it? Like I get those ones, but there's some like really obscure ones. Dishwashing, that's what I mean. There's like really obscure ones.
Over there, the hoist. At last.
Like, I don't like washing dishes, so I don't want to really play a game doing that either. It's bad enough I've got to do that in real life.
Slain. What happened?
Oh wait, I don't want to exit, do I?
We need reinforcements.
No, we can
What was that?
It came from beyond.
Yeah, I get like farm. Yeah, I get like the quite popular ones. I get. I don't personally like them, but I get why you would like them. Even for me, like Flight Simulator is like, it's good fun to play here and there, but it's not. I don't personally love playing it. I get why you'd love it though. Like if you're really into planes and stuff, like it's like the ultimate game, really.
They're all dead. Over there.
A woman. Vigo. It was one of the women you sent.
Bathroom cleaning simulator in VR. I mean, what have we come to?
She was a demon.
What have we come to?
Claims she mothered sanctuary.
I bet that game runs better than Gollum, though.
The other woman, Vinod. Where is she?
Then you find out you're really cleaning the eggs.
Well, I spared her. Let her
That is literally... God. The only way you can get someone to clean a bathroom is to make them think they're playing a game, but they're actually cleaning the bathroom.
did nothing.
Work simulator. I need that. Make me think I'm playing a game.
Tell Plow. Raise the army.
I'd do that. I'd buy a VR headset tomorrow.
Itself mocks sanctuary. Do this for me.
He's dead.
I'm done for.
Don't think this game's worth 70. Is that how much standard edition is?
Good fortune.
Whew.
To think I trusted her.
No, that's not the standard edition, is it? $70.
Didn't she? You weren't supposed to let her through at all.
That's got to be like the deluxe one, right?
But it's not too late. She can still be saved.
Not by me.
I mean, for someone like me who I would never play this game. Like, if I didn't test it, I probably wouldn't own it because it's just not my
There's nothing left to abandon.
not what I would normally play.
She's good as dead.
So I'd say if you've never played any of these games, I would probably say no, it's not worth
Really
it.
just left us. It's up to us now.
But if you've played all the other ones, then I'd say yeah, it probably is worth it. If you like the game. I guess it's dependent on that, really. If it's your first one,
Can't be too far.
first time playing any of them, I'd maybe just pick up... I picked up Diablo 3 ages ago for like really, really cheap. Maybe try that one first. I think I got it for like a $5 or something. Try that one first. If you then really like it, then maybe you consider getting this one. Even maybe when the price comes down. Maybe what I would do. Why? Why what? Why not worth it? Well, like I say, if you've never played these games before, I mean, it's a lot of money to spend. I personally wouldn't, like I said, if I wasn't testing this, I wouldn't spend my own, I wouldn't spend 70 quid on this game to play myself just because it's not really my vibe of game. That's a lot of money to spend on a game that you've never played before and it's not really your vibe. You know, this is a certain style of game. If you're not sure if you'll like it or not, I wouldn't spend that amount of money, you know?
Daughter of hatred.
If you've, like I say, if you've played all the other ones and you love the game, then yeah, it is worth it.
You hunger for knowledge.
So I say maybe try like Diablo 3 for cheaper first. See if you like it. If you like this style of game, then yeah, go for it.
I taught her how to survive.
Is that what you want to believe. Drop the act. You have questions. I have answers. I know the fabric.
I see.
Everything I've read has warned me against you.
You've read so much, yet know so little. Will you accept my offer?
I don't know. Will you let me try? I want to try.
Your mother is...
Yo, your GPU hotspot is 92.
She came this way.
There it is.
How can you be sure?
Who was I talking to about the fans?
Sometimes I see visions.
How long did I say it would take before someone commented on the temperature? I said half an hour. We're probably at about that, right? There it is.
Lilith's petals. Her blood was fed to me once.
You owe me a Greg's chicken bake. The hotspot and memory junction's not really a problem. You're going to average between, yeah, maybe 70 and 90 degrees on the hotspot. Completely normal. What case am I using? 011, Lian-Li. I'd only really be on a hotspot. I wouldn't be worried at all, to be honest. I'd only maybe start to get worried, like you see on AMD ones run at about 95 by default. I'd only like it's only a worry there if it's hitting like over 100 degrees. That's where I start to get worried. I've only ever seen that once on an AMD card, and then they fixed it. But yeah, I mean, we're sitting at memory junction 78, hotspot 82. It's really completely normal. It's 1,900 disturbing on this card. No, we had this discussion earlier. It's not. I mean, I can't hear it at all. I've got a headset on. I can't hear it. Take my headset off. It's like you can hear fans going, but it's. I was saying this earlier. My PS4 was louder than. Even if I had my 4090 running at 3,000 RPM, my PS4 is louder than that. I don't have the PS4 anymore, but I still personally wouldn't consider it that loud. I've played gaming laptops that sound louder, so it doesn't bother me at all, really. But I've just realised what the time is. I have to go. I don't know how it saves, but I'll be back in, try and be back in about 2 to 3 hours. I'll switch to the 4080 and we can check that out. And then tomorrow probably maybe check the 7900 XTX and see how that does. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'll catch you in a couple of hours. I'll be back on. So I'll see you then.